Welcome to Founders Future, a podcast powered by closersio, where we dive into the journeys of innovative entrepreneurs and explore the road ahead for them and their companies. I'm your host, Jae Encarnacion, and in each episode, we uncover the stories behind impactful ventures, the challenges faced along the way, and the strategies driving their future growth. Today, we are thrilled to have Joshua Gilbert, the founder of Zenwave Talent. Joshua brings a fascinating mix of expertise in talent acquisition and team building, over 2 decades of recruiting experience in the tech sector, building high-performing teams, and a passion for helping companies attract top talent through human-centered solutions. Based in Indianapolis, Indiana, Zenwave Talent, founded in 2024, is revolutionizing how organizations amplify their workforce and attract opportunities. We'll be exploring his founding story, how his business empowers clients in the recruiting space, and his vision for scaling this impact-driven venture. So with that being said, let's dive right into it. Joshua, welcome to Founders Future.
Thank you. It was an honor actually to be here. I was been really excited. I am formerly the CEO of Circle Search, and we've been acquired by Zenwave because there is some technical pieces that we provided that can mesh really with Zenwave's objectives. But I am one of the co-founders or founder, and I'm thrilled and just happy to be here.
Absolutely. With that, if you could take us back to the beginning, talk a bit about what specific problem in the recruiting landscape really inspired you guys to found Zenwave Talent.
It all started off with the vision was started off with the CEO. She had almost died. There's a bit of the simplest way I can say it. And then the vision started to create something that was built around her purposes. And so with that being said, we collaborated because I was again with Circle Search for a number of years. And one of the things that I personally wanted to get away from was the stigma that agencies or recruiting agencies get. And we wanted to get into a position where we were not seen as just another agency, but a company that's making a difference, is going to do things a little different and not just here to be just like 1,500 agencies out there. So we were able to collaborate with some things, and Zenwave was born.
Incredible. So I definitely want to get into the nitty gritty with you here, Joshua, especially how you're working around it, especially for our listeners to hear exactly what's going on with Zenwave. So walk us through how you're generating revenue today with Zenwave Talent as far as the core offer. I know you have tailored strategies, the Zenect platforms. Walk us through your core offerings and who is the ideal client for these offerings.
Our ideal clients are scaling companies and startups, Series A, Series B startups. But the ideal companies are companies that are scaling, tech companies in particular, who are scaling. The idea is that let me take you back a little bit. We do offer several different savings. Our offerings are flexible. Okay, we can do everything that other agencies can do. But in order for us to serve as our partners, we wanted to be able to give them a different taste or a different style in which of recruiting or providing the talent in which they need. You've mentioned Zenect. We have Gov. Zenect Gov is primarily focused on government sector. And the idea came for Zenect Gov which was to service underserved communities. Because a lot of times what happens is people go into like unemployment or go unemployment agencies, and what happens to them is they'll get themselves in a position where, there's virtual job fair, there's job fairs, and there's opportunities for them to seek employment, but the opportunity for them there to get there or the tools in which they need, they don't necessarily have those tools to get gainful employment. So Zenect Gov was born, and the primary focus of Zenect Gov is to help underserved communities to be able to get gainful employment through our career fairs, virtual career fairs, and through being able to help them match, give them the necessary resources. One of the things that we notice is that people in underserved communities, they may not have the computers, or they may not have internet, they may not have some of those things that's necessary for them to seek employment these days. So what Zenwave does is it allows us to do virtual job fairs and be able to connect the companies directly with the individuals, and therefore they can seek gainful employment. One thing that I've personally noticed when we were coming up with this formula, this opportunity, is that a lot of people don't have certain things, but the one thing everybody does have is cell phones. I actually was riding down the street one day and I saw a homeless guy and he pulled out his cell phone. I'm like, who's he calling? I don't know. But my whole thing was that he had a cell phone. Little kids have cell phones. So we were able to put together, we're building a platform that allows people to be able to connect and find gainful employment. If you don't have internet, you do have a cell phone. So those are the things that we're looking to achieve there. And then Zenwave is a broader scale, more intensive form of Zenwave, but it's going to offer still the virtual job fairs, but the virtual job fairs will be specific to a person's career. So if most people go to job fairs and there are career fairs and they'll find out that they'll say, okay, hey, there's customer service, there's sales, there's marketing, there's a little bit of everything. So our idea is that it's going to be specific to your career. So when you go there, it's more important for us to try to make a connection from a cultural and subcultural standpoint, rather than just say, hey, we just have a whole bunch of people here looking for employment. We want to be specific to your industry, and therefore, because it's specific to your industry or your career, we'll be able to give you several opportunities to find a correct match as far as the culture and subculture of in which you're looking for.
Amazing. Amazing. So with that, I would love to hear a bit now, what's working best for you guys on the acquisition front, Joshua, as far as the channels that you're seeing be most effective to bring leads in, or some challenges that you're having. So whether you're utilizing ads, social media, again, these events online, what's working best there and what challenges are you having for the lead generation?
We just launched an email campaign, and that was launched last week. So we're getting a lot more visibility from the email campaign. Our biggest challenge is we were our branding, because when people were going to the website and looking at the website, and they would see a agency, just another agency, and that's not who we are. We are a tech company that's really good at recruiting, that's really good at staffing, that's really good in the HR space. So we had to get out of the agency standpoint and understand that we are a tech company that offers flexible solutions that includes direct, contract, project-based work, or any other type of recruiting. We have I'm some of my words. We are also about to start launching our subscription-based models. So we have flexible solutions that's going to fit any wallet or any company size, particularly our partners, the size of the companies in which we're looking for. But we didn't want to go into and our biggest issue was that when people were looking at the company, they said, yeah, you're just another staffing firm. And that's totally what we wanted to get away from. Just become another staffing firm and we're a tech company that's really good at recruiting.
So with that there, then Joshua, what can you say? Are you utilizing any other methods besides kind of the email and some social media? Do you have ads that you're running towards that for more predictability, or are you looking to start to implement that for more predictability and lead generation?
We're looking to start doing ads for exactly what you said. We're looking to get more into ads. We've been doing a lot of social media advertising. We're actually launching another social media campaign. I think tomorrow it launches. Yes, actually tomorrow. So that's going to be launched as well. So we get more visibility from social media, and then down the road, if we're looking to try to get in more ads, because that's not something that we've done in the past. It's always been, yeah, I'm the old school. All right, let me bring it back. I'm particularly old school.
Yeah.
And old school meaning that pick up the phone. I start learning how to recruit by a phone with yellow pages, and some people don't know what a yellow page is anymore. So I learned how to recruit from yellow pages and a phone. So my sales was always pick up the phone, just call people and cold call. Today, that's not relevant to do one particular way of jumping in business. So we've branched out and trying to start learning different areas to include the ads, to include the social media, include the email campaigns, include the marketing campaigns. So a mixture of everything to get the visibility out there. And once the visibility out there, it's going to be a much easier road for us to establish these partnerships with companies throughout the country.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. So on that front, is this something that you guys are doing right now with a small, lean team, as far as your sales process goes? Do you have a sales team, setters and closers, a marketing team? What does that team look like to get this thing really going and growing?
There's three salespeople on the team right now, and I'm the setter, closer, and everything. I got 400 different hats, so I do a little bit of everything. But right now we have three salespeople to include the CEO, and then so as far as getting the leads are concerned, whatever, because we've been in this business so long and understand the sales process, that's been our primary way of just going and doing business. I'm actually having a meeting with a couple of salespeople next week. So maybe that's going to result in bringing someone else to the team. But right now, it's just three salespeople, and we're just getting out and going and finding leads and finding business as much as we can.
Gotcha. So on that front, to me, really, right now, the big things were more on the bottleneck side are you guys need predictability on the lead generation side, bringing in ads, working with a company that maybe can help you on that side, and then bringing on setters and closers to get you and the CEO more out of that sales side into the fulfillment side of what you're doing. Are those the main bottlenecks that you're thinking about?
The bottleneck is, because I'm glad you mentioned it. The bottleneck has been is was us. It was the website, the messaging on the website. That has been a bottleneck, and we finally came to the conclusion that the individual who was doing the marketing was doing us an injustice, because we are continuing to say, hey, this is what we are not, but we are continuing to going out and saying what we're not, but that's what we were saying we are. And so it was the challenge has been for people to recognize that no, we're not just an agency, which I don't have anything against being an agency, but you have to separate yourself at some point in time. And so that has been the biggest bottleneck for us, is to try to get language in, so that people know that now we're not just another agency. We can do the work, but we are a little bit more than an agency. We want to be a partner, not just have clients. We want to be able to grow with you, which is why we focus solely on startups and scaling companies, because so we allow us to grow at the same time.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Messaging is so important. We have so many clients that we work with that once their messaging was tweaked, that's when they really saw an incredible increase in numbers and success and just predictability. Huge, absolutely agree on that side. So I know that you mentioned here, Joshua, that you guys are about to launch that subscription-based model. Talk to me a bit about what are your other priorities this year. It sounds like getting more predictability on the lead generation side is a big priority. Launching the subscription model. What else are you thinking about that you're laser focused on this year for that success and growth of Zenwave?
The biggest focus, and honestly, the biggest focus has been is so that we're not to who we are and what we're not. All right. And to get people to understand, get companies to understand the concepts with the Zenect and Zenwave and Zenect Gov, to get those concepts and us understanding of exactly who we are and what we're not. So that has been our biggest priority. We're also seeking funding. I'm out there fundraising as well.
Yeah.
And that's to get some of the things that we want to get built. We were originally going to bootstrap the entire process, but I'll say, you know what, this might take a little longer time for us to do that. So we can get funding to get the apps up and running the way we want them to get them ran. That'll be something that we'll look at as well. So I have a lot of hats, wearing a lot of hats, and a lot of things that we're doing. But our biggest issue today has been just to get right seats and right people in the right seats to be able to push the needle to where we want them to go, which is to be different than other agencies, an agency, and let people know that, hey, we're a tech firm first, but we are really good at recruiting, and we have flexible solutions that's going to fit anybody's budget.
Incredible. So on that, I want to take us into the lightning round with that there. So I got two more questions for you, Joshua, before we wrap it up. And the first one's going to be more along the lines of the tool or a resource. So whether it's a recruiting insight, team building strategy, an AI tool, what can you say, Joshua, has been the biggest game changer for Zenwave this far?
What has been the biggest game changer for us is our new CTO and founder, Kelly Aliala. I can never say his last name, but we call him Kelly. But he has been the biggest game changer because he was able to recognize some things that we were missing, and which can push us to the next level. But he has been one of the people that has really gotten us in a totally different mindset. And where before I was doing everything, trying to get the tech side ran, trying to do the sales and the marketing, trying to do this, trying to do a little bit of everything. And he was able to bring it in and say, you know what, hey, I focus on tech. You lay that stuff alone. You focus on growth and business development. And then as she focused on doing things what the CEO does, and this one focused on the marketing. And so when he was able to get us and to get us to align and understand that we need to stick in our lanes, that has been a big game changer for me, because now I'm not thinking about anything with tech. I'm like, I trust that he's going to get everything taken care of that way. And he's not thinking about anything with business development, because he trusts that I'm going to do the best I can and get business on the table. And as far as marketing, and I'm not thinking about anything from the marketing side, because now the person who's doing the marketing along with the CEO, they are getting all the marketing stuff on that side. So right now it has been the big game changer for us has been our CTO.
Amazing. So with that, I would love to hear from you. Last question here. What is the best piece of advice, Joshua, that you can offer to our listeners tuning in right now? Just heard your incredible journey of what you're doing with Zenwave. What can you leave them with before we wrap up the show?
Understand who you're working with, first and foremost. Understand the team, how a team functions. When you understand who you're working with and understand your team and your objectives and your goal, everything becomes so much easier.
Mm.
And then you're not just out there just running a list. Understand who you're working with. Understand how a team functions. All right. A team functions just like your body. If you can look at your body and say, my body is a team because my hands, feet, arms, legs, eyes, nose, every part of my body has a job. And every part of those areas, my body parts have that job in order for me to function and be successful. And don't take anything as a loss, because we don't lose. You're gonna either win or you're gonna learn, and always take those lessons to heart.
Incredible.
That's all I can say.
With that right there, that is going to wrap up another inspiring episode of Founders Future. And Joshua, just want to thank you so much for coming on the show, sharing your incredible journey and your insights with us. Clear as day, the drive, the passion, the intelligence here. You're going to do some incredible things. So thank you so much again for coming on the show. And to our listeners, if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe to Founders Future wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. And also check out Zenwave Talent at zenwave.team. And also follow Joshua on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/in/Joshua my circle. And for more
Thank you very
resources,
much. Thank you
absolutely.
very much. I appreciate it. It was an honor being here. It was an honor to get to know you and to talk to you a little bit. So thank you very
Absolutely.
much, and I appreciate it.
Absolutely. With that, if anyone else has anything else to check out on resources and insights, visit us at closers.io, where we are dedicated to helping businesses accelerate their growth through trained appointment setters and world-class marketing systems. Until then, keep climbing, and we will see you on the next one.